folks. This is Jason Van Taten with Oath Keepers Media. This is going to be the first of several small videos I'm going to do, probably a couple a week. Just little 5-minute blurbs, really just my opinion on certain news items that come up. This week we have been inundated with the story coming out of Ohio of an execution-style murder of 8 family members there. Now, I don't really want to talk about the murder there, but I do want to talk about one of the subjects it brought up, and that was that the police there had urged the family, if they were feeling unsafe, which I obviously would if that had happened to my family, and my heart goes out to the remaining family members and prayers, but they urged them to be armed. And we're seeing this more and more. Now, it goes against the mainstream media's propaganda line that they're putting out there so much that we should leave it up to the police to protect us. That we somehow are just not responsible enough to handle that for ourselves, and that we really shouldn't think of taking up guns. Yet, time and time again, when the situation becomes serious, and whether it's a terrorist attack or a killing in that area, the police have themselves been coming out to urge their own people to be armed. We've seen this quite a bit this year, after Paris, after Colorado Springs, after San Bernardino. We've seen trends of these sheriffs around the country and even municipal police calling on citizens to arm themselves. This coming out from CNN in Brevard County, Florida, less than an hour's drive from Disney World. Sheriff Wayne Ivey was one of the first to post a video on Facebook with the message of, the only thing that stops a bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a gun. And he's right on with that. That video alone got millions of hits. And, he did caution against vigilante justice, but he wanted to make sure that gun owners knew that he wanted them to proactively engage anyone who threatens harm through terrorism or mass killings. Ivey is confident that responsible gun owners with concealed weapons permits will partner with them in stopping active shooters before police arrive on scene. And this is absolutely the truth, folks. 9 times out of 10, as well as the police may mean, they're not going to get there in time to help you out. Therefore, it's going to become our own responsibility to be that line of defense for ourselves and for our family, for our communities. More and more sheriffs have been spreading this message. Again, Ivey's video was viewed close to more than 4 million times. And Marion County Sheriff's Chris Blair, whose jurisdiction is about 100 miles northwest of Ivey's, also decided to post an online video with a similar message, and that was, if you're certified to carry a gun, I would like to encourage you to do so. Right here in Lincoln County, Montana, where I live, the sheriff here also encouraged our citizens to apply for a concealed carry permit and to carry it, to be proactive in our community's safety. In Maricopa County, Sheriff Joe was even more direct. His goal was to utilize 250,000 citizens with concealed weapons permits to stop the carnage, to stop killings before cops arrive. 2 sheriffs from neighboring counties in New York, not very far from New York City, was saying the exact same thing with statements posted on social media. The police cannot be everywhere. Second Amendment and the laws of New York State gave citizens the tools to defend themselves and their families until law enforcement can arrive on scene. So the common theme here between all of this, and it's not just police, folks. We had a university president doing the same thing. This was Liberty University that had urged university students to be armed, which is so against what we normally hear, and yet it's so vitally important. It ties into the new program we're going to be releasing here at Oath Keepers very soon, which is the STOP program, the Students Taking Over Protection. Again, the police never seem to be there in time to stop these mass shootings. It's a very small percentage of time that they are. So we must be ready. We must be vigilant. On just getting your concealed carry permit, that goes to regular training. Just because you may have a race car, it doesn't necessarily make you a race car driver. You must learn how to use that tool to its optimum effect. The same is true with firearms. We must train ourselves to be effective defenders of our family, of our communities, and not just the minimum required for your concealed carry permit. I encourage all of you, get out there, get trained, continue your training on a regular basis. We've got to continually be refining our skill sets so that when, if God forbid, someone comes after your family, like what happened in Ohio, that we're more ready to draw a line in the sand and mount our own defense. So I'm encouraged to see these sheriffs and police officers speaking the truth. And I encourage more out there to do that. We need to have very truthful conversations about mass shootings. They're not going away anytime soon. So let's be realistic. Let's all be ready to defend our country, our counties, our families, our households. All right, this is Jason Mantanov with my little 5 minutes of thought for the day. And I'll be back again soon. Thank you.